The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Love going to throw right away. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Love now. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that, yeah. Just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Let's go now.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Reed. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. This is caught, and it's a Packers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Packers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. So a big mistake fielding that kickoff, and it's pretty much a gift-wrap 2 points.
With a big bow on it, don't you think? I'm not sure if he took his eye off it to look upfield or what, but it's got to be a low feeling right there. You have to be able to secure the football, Brandon. That's job one if you're going to be a kick returner.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
B.J. Ojulari able to make the stop. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 79 Broncos.
Love to throw for it on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Steps away to his left. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Murray now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line.
Murray changing the play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown!
Terrace Marshall.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Love, they go play action now. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go now.
To throw now. Here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Throwing, Love.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 18, Pioneer. Trap 60, trap 60.
Love looking to throw it. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Murray.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey McBride, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cards have cut the lead back down to 2. The point after, good by Groupie. And this is now a 1-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The short throw to Musgrave. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses. Catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Okay, ready?
Now 2nd and 9.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to add on to that lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's complete to McBride.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And some room to maneuver.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground.
1st down, Arizona.
They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun, Murray.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Murray going to throw. Rolling to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
To throw, it's Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw is Murray. Flush to his right.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Murray now. Being chased out left. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Groupie able to add the PAT, and the lead is down to 2. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. And now Love going to change things up.
3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A short one here, caught by McBride. Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play, picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. He'll look to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Murray. That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Murray now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now Murray again. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. A point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Third and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll send Watson in motion right. Love going to give it up on the touch pass. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Love from the gun. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here we go, Shaq.
Well, Love wants to shift things around.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Love fires that quickly outside. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Tucker Kraft from 8 yards out. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for two.
60 by 6.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 2. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Looks like they'll move things around here.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Murray.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
First carry for James Conner.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Big ass open, big ass open.
The give is to DeMarcano.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On the hole, on the hole. Hey, Ace, Ace. On the hole, on the hole, on the hole. Hard. 2-2.
Throwing now is Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
He's got McBride here over the middle.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Trey McBride
Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Cardinals have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go now.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
107 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And some room to work.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 22. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Love.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining.
Big A's open.
Murray, one final try.
He's got this downfield.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that.